The site is 5 miles an hour. Believe it or not, a lot of accidents happen on these sites. We got bunks of materials on the sides of the road. You guys come darting out. If you don't have on high vis, they don't see you. They're driving too fast. Somebody gets hit. It happens all the time. That's a struck by accident. Number 2, this is a mandatory high vis, hard hat, boots, and eye protection sight. When those safety items are warranted, it's mandatory that you have them. If you're working anywhere on this site, if you have any questions about that, please let us know. We're happy to go over with you. We have no eating inside the units. Please, Robert, where do you have everybody eating at out here? Have you covered that with everybody? Okay, so are you letting people eat in the units?
They're not eating in the units.
Okay.
But they're eating in their trucks and all of that. We really don't have a set place for that.
So typically the leads will take care of that if there's a problem. Evidently there's not a big problem here because he hasn't been, it's not a big situation here. But the biggest thing, guys, that we ask for is if you have food trash and you have regular trash, please dispose of it in the proper dumpster at the proper location. It gets to be a job. It gets to be a big job trying to keep everything cleaned up, as you're well aware. There's a lot of things going on out here. One thing that we also ask is in the areas where you guys are working, whether you're framing, siding, whether you're doing mechanicals or whatever that is, clean up after yourself each day. Another trade is coming in after you. And I don't know about y'all, but I did framing for years. I've done pretty much everything that we've done out here for years and years. I don't like working in anybody else's trash, and I don't expect you guys to either. So let's respect each other. Let's pick our trash up each day. Let's get it in the right containers so that our other trade partners, because that's what we all are out here. We're all trade partners. It takes all of us to pull these jobs together. And we got to respect each other in their workspace. Muster point, should we have an emergency on site? Should we, and on this site we have had a medical emergency, 2 of them, as a matter of fact. If we have an emergency on site, and we have to evacuate the site or get everybody off the site, we need for everybody to report over here to the trailer right here in front of it so that we can do a head count. We have an emergency action plan that we have in place should we have an emergency and one of our people comes to you guys and we need to move a bunk of materials out of the way, whatever that situation is. We're just gonna be like, hey, we need to get this stuff out of the way. We just ask that you guys comply with that, get that stuff done. What you're gonna see here in the next few months, we're gonna do some drills on our emergency action plan. We're gonna have local EMS and local fire involved in that. Everybody will know when we do the first one. We'll have somebody somewhere on a building on the 2nd floor, back on the back of the job. Some stuff will be in the way. So we do have to utilize you guys to help us get it out of the way. The only way that you prepare for an emergency like that is if you actually go through that process. You get to experience it and go through it. The second one that we do, nobody's gonna know about. We'll come in the morning, we'll stage something somewhere, local EMS, local fire, they'll know about it. And then we'll just say, hey, on our radios, we'll say, hey, we've got a code 9 medical, and then our team will go into action. We'll be getting you guys involved in that as well. If you have somebody on your team or on your crew that gets hurt during the day, whatever that it is, please let our team know. We've got what we call a jump bag, a trauma bag. It's for major problems, major incidents, major cuts, things of that nature. We have a few Band-Aids and things like that, but your employers are supposed to provide those few things for you as far as Band-Aids, bandages, stuff of that nature. Each one of your suppliers, superintendents, supposed to have a basic first aid kit for you guys, but if you have anything major, please let us know. We're prepared to handle that until local EMS gets on site. One thing I always try to cover is parking, which here you ain't got no parking. It's tough, it's a mess. So you just have to park wherever that you can and just be prepared to have to move should you have to. I'm gonna turn it over to Omar. He's gonna go over fall protection and ladder safety.